What it do, what it do, what it do, good people. Coming to you live from Tez TV 410. I'm your host, Tez D. Yeah. Welcome back. I'm glad y'all for joining the program. Before we get started, I would like you to like, share, and comment. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. Push that like button. Come on, don't be like that. Now, before we get into it, y'all, we taking to East Baltimore. Oh, yeah, we going to East Baltimore. What we looking at right now is Kirk Lee Jr. This is his son right now. Yeah, this is his son. Highlights, you see it. We're going to talk more about Kirk Jr. towards the end of the video. However, let's get into it now. Let's get into it now. Because when we talk about, I done learned some things about Marvin Kirk Lee that I didn't know. Yeah, that I didn't know. So let's get there. Before Kirk Lee became the powerhouse name that he is today, I didn't know that he went to Calvert Hall, played underneath the great Mark Amatucci for 2 years. Yeah, played with the likes of All-American, All-Metro Player of the Year, NBA bound Dwayne Farrell. Yeah. See the highlight. Dwayne was a whole beast. I looked at a couple clippings, and it stated that Kirk Lee was tired of just passing the ball up Calvert Hall. No point intended. And I'm pretty sure, because listen, when we talk about Kirk Lee, we think it's a scoring machine. Now, I'm an 80s baby, born 1980. So I didn't get to see him in high school. I didn't get to see him in college. But I did get to see him in the summertime. Yes, indeed. I seen him in the summertime. I seen him give you 30, maybe 40, and he ain't jumping out the gym, everything underneath the rim. I seen that. But let's get to it though, people. Because once Kirk Lee transferred down Dunbar his senior year to play underneath the legendary coach Ball Wade, he wins another national championship. And did I tell you he came to the team after Dunbar was considered the two-time national championship team. Yes. So he had to follow up behind Muggsy and them. I wonder what was he thinking? When you got the whole city and state come to your games and not expecting you to lose not one time. Now, however, his senior year, he lost once. But again, he ended up with the Player of the Year, All-Metro, a national championship. Yes, he did all that. All that being said, and the team that he played with, the players that he played with down there, let me shout them boys out. He played with them Dozier twins, Ty and Perry, and he also played with Carl James. He had a brother, Eric Smiley Lee, on the team with him, defensive player. You know, he carried on the legacy. Kirk Lee. Now, Kirk, he ended up finishing off. He ended up going to Western Kentucky and then transferred to Towson State. Once at Towson State, he put on another show. And how I know he put on another show? Because he was put in the Hall of Fame in the year 2000, Towson State Hall of Fame. The man that went over, he's 6. It may have changed by now, but he was 6 at the time. Towson State all-time scoring. Now, what I take from this, he went to Western Kentucky first. Then went up Towson State and did his thing. Now, he ended up getting drafted. He ended up going playing for the New Jersey Nets for a year. And then got signed to play with Miami, but then got cut before the season. Then went overseas and had a Hall of Fame type of career. And like I said, came home in summertime to put on the show with the guys that was coming up, the guys that was in the NBA at the time, in the future. He did that. So what I like to say, and before we get out of here, you see his son, Kirk Lee Jr. now. Before he transferred out of Drexel, he gave his father Towson State the blues. So I just wanted to show this video a little bit. Now Kirk Lee and Kirk Lee Jr. He put on himself, and that's be another video. But 3 years started down St. Francis, got a all Metro player. I'm not sure if he's the player of the year. I would like to say he was 1 year. Ended up getting a scholarship for Drexel. Had two good seasons. What I could see, he had 2 great seasons, 2 good seasons at Drexel. Then got hurt. So like he started battling injuries. So he's now transferred here at Alcorn State. Yeah, at Alcorn State. I watched the game when they played against Grambling. But if you ever get a chance, go check him out. You know what I'm saying? Go check him out. But again, we're here talking about the great Kirk Lee, Baltimore legend. What more can I say? Baltimore legend. Give back to the community. Well respected in the community. All around good guy. Legendary. Kirk Lee.